Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Donut here, and welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play series, and this is our second episode. Guys, if you haven't seen the first episode yet, go and check it out. It is up on my channel. But yeah, we have gotten a lot done since the last episode. Namely, we did basically just a ton of mining. So I have spent probably the last, better part of this morning. I had an exam this morning. But the better chunk of all this time just really hanging out here and also mining. So I will show you guys what we have gotten in the last little bit. As you can see, our XP farm is working out amazing. We're at 50 levels pretty much. And I do have some cool picks here that I want to show you, but I have to show you once I get back to the top here. Side note as well, I'm not going to be putting in a pathway to that skeleton farm. I think we're just going to link it up with the nether because we are not going to spend any more time over here eventually after a couple episodes once we get to our main base. So there's no point in wasting all the time and resources and concrete and stuff to make this path look any better. So as you can see, there may be a couple changes. So we're going to look through our chests, and we got all of this, and I wish I could, I can probably fit these in here. We've got all of this, and I don't really have a sorting system or sorting way to do anything yet, but there's this. These are all of our crafted blocks and just some stuff that we found. I was trying to get fortune and silk touch, so there's some leftover picks, but this is a lot of stuff. So again, this was probably a lot of last night and some of this morning, just spent mining. Look at that, we got 37 diamond ores. And 20 diamonds, obviously 7 emerald ores. Look at all this coal. This is gonna be like a double chest of coal when we're done with it. And we did finish, I just remembered, smelting that up. So this is how we're looking on the resource side. Now, I want to play a little bit of a game here. Because, I mean, why not? Why not? Basically, why not do this? Because I'm pretty sure everybody does. But we have 37 diamond ores. So essentially, I want you to go down in the comments right now, and I'm going to mine all of these with a Fortune 3 pickaxe. And I want you to try and guess how many we're going to get. And if you're the one who gets it right or you're close, well, good for you, because I don't really have anything to give away. But yeah, maybe I'll put like a sign of your username in my world or something. But we do have a Silk Touch Efficiency 5 and a Fortune 3 pick, diamond pick, which is awesome. So we are at 0, and we are going to just go through right now. So if you haven't done your comments, go ahead and do them right now. But we're going to get started. And I'm going to move these into my offhand or up there so you can't see as we're mining them. But it's looking pretty good. It looks like we got 4 out of that last one right there. And I'm hoping personally that we have like 2 stacks, maybe even a little bit more, but I know it's pretty hard to get. And let's pick all these up. Okay, did you leave your comments? Okay, I hope you did. See, we've got over a stack. We have got, okay, so we got, that is 86 diamonds, which is absolutely incredible. That's going to set us off really nicely. And we're actually going to need, so we've got, yeah, we've got a stack and 2/3 about a diamond. So, well, I guess we need to make diamond armor, and I do have quite a few levels. I was down there playing with the skeletons earlier, so we're probably going to go and do some enchanting. All right, and we're back down here at the XP grinder, the enchanting room, whatever we're going to call this. And I mentioned in the last video that I was going to do an item sorter. That is going to probably be a definite. We really need to have a way to sort out these bows and these boots. I've even got a full inventory of them right now. I'm right now just manually picking through and just letting them despawn. But we're also going to have to hook up storage for these bones and the arrows. Now, I do play Minecraft with my max entity cramming on 100, so I have raised it in the game rules just because I feel like the number of 24 just doesn't really, like, when I used to play Minecraft, honestly, you could fit like enough of these in here just like to corrupt your game. So I don't think it's cheaty. I don't think it switches anything up. It just allows me to put more mobs in here at one time. But if I do leave my game on overnight, they will just die from there being way too many in here. Alright, so one thing I was really hoping I could get, and it may be foreshadowing for what we're going to do in this episode today, but I really want a good diamond axe. So I'm really hoping that we get something more than Unbreaking. Okay, efficiency 3, that's not terrible, but we're going to have to make another one and then combine the two. So the reason why I want an axe is because we are actually, it wasn't actually something I was going to plan for today. That's perfect. Okay, so I can mix those two and then do efficiency 5. What I wasn't really planning on doing today, but we're going to do now, is actually make a tree farm. And I know it's not the most exciting thing to do, but that's something that's perfect. There's something I've always wanted to have in the early game, which was a good way and a quick way of harvesting trees, because you need wood for essentially everything in this game. You need it for crafting, you need it to make chests, you need it pretty much for redstone, pistons, like there's so many uses for trees. So what we're going to do is we're going to go a little ways away from where we are right now. We're going to find a location, and then we are going to make a tree farm. And I'm probably going to have it set up where there's an auto collection system where we don't have to manually walk around and collect the saplings. And if we miss any, they'll just get filtered into a chest, because we have got all of this bone meal and we have absolutely no use for it. And I want to put it to use. So we're going to be doing that. Now I have, okay, so these are good. I've got the shovel that I want. These are the 2 picks. I could try and enchant something to get unbreaking on there, but we are at level 29 anyways. So yeah, I think we're going to leave it at that. We're going to grab a bunch of these bones, and we're going to definitely have a good use for them. I'm going to leave this iron armor behind here just as like sort of backup. Please don't let me forget that I put it there, because you know me that I probably will. And we're going to grab these bones, and we are going to go get started on the tree farm. Alright guys, so we spawned out of the nether portal just up there. We did come out at a village here, and I've done a couple things that I'll just really quickly show you. I have sealed the villagers in, so there's like 1 guy in there. I basically just done this, because what's going to happen is, there's 2 guys in there. As we're in this area working, I don't want zombies to spawn and then come and murder all these guys, because we do need them for the future. We're going to make some villager trading halls and stuff like that. So we do need at least a couple of them to stay alive, and absolutely nothing is going to get into there. And then if all of them died except for 2, we could just breed them anyway. So as long as a couple of them stay alive. So anyways, guys, we're here, and what I'm going to be doing is making a very simple tree farm. This isn't even going to be the only thing we do in the episode, because it's not going to take me very long. We're essentially going to build just like 1 row, which is going to have a hopper minecart running underneath it, which will pick up all the saplings and wood as they drop, and then funnel them into a single chest. And we're going to manually go and bone meal the line of trees, and it's probably not going to be super big either. This is just something I like to have as a convenience in every world, because I don't mind physically going and mining trees. I'm not building something that's like 25,000 logs an hour and there's redstone, there's withers and all. I'm not doing something that crazy. So I'm going to start laying out the foundations of this and start getting it built, and then I'll show you in a progress update what we have done. Alright guys, so I'll show you what we have started. We basically just cleared like a giant pathway, and we're going to have to hook up now the hopper minecart, which is going to kind of travel around and basically just pick up all the blocks that are dropped. So we're going to set up the collection system right now. So you may, whoops, I dropped my hopper there. You may know how to do this, you may not know how, but I will be showing everyone just in case you don't. So when you want to do a hopper minecart collection system, you want to have a powered rail on top of the hopper. So when the minecart comes back, it'll stop here, drop off all of its items, and then get shot out to go again. So we'll actually put a couple of those in a loop, and then just have to carry this track all the way up. A loop, what am I even talking about? Let me just put this up here, and then probably have to break that block. Okay, so then the other thing you have to do is you take one of your redstone comparators, and you're going to put it facing out of this hopper. So we're going to jump right there. Now this has to go into a block. There has to be a block right there. We're going to put one of these on this side. And then I'm probably going to have to clear this out a little bit more. That's okay. Let's clear this. And then I'm going to go block right there. And then we need, whoops, I need a redstone torch. Hang on a second. And redstone torch. And that's going to go right there. So right now it is powered, but when I need to make a minecart hopper. So we're going to put 32 dirt into it, push it down. And when it gets here, it shuts off and it starts putting all of the items back in here. So once we get to 32, it should, in theory, shoot back up again, which is what we want to happen. So imagine, let's see if it goes. Yeah, there we go. So imagine this minecart, this hopper minecart just got all the way back from picking up trees. We can also do leaves, so we can use shears, and this can sort of be like a leaf farm if we want to do that as well. And it'll pick up all that and then bring it back and store it in this chest. Now we do have to remember that the minecart hopper only has 5 slots, so if we're doing saplings and wood blocks, that's going to be totally fine, and it'll probably be able to keep up. But what I am going to do is just mirror this, so I'm going to put another one on this side, essentially so we can have 2 going at once, and then in theory have twice the capabilities of picking up stuff, because I think there might be too many drops, especially essentially we get sticks, saplings, apples, and then wood. And then there's always, you know, we can accidentally strip a log and that'll fill up a space. So I'm going to mirror this and we're going to put this down one more, and then the layer of grass will be at this level. So I'm going to build the rest of this out, but if you didn't know, that is how you make a hopper pickup station. All right, so this is sort of what we're going with. So we're going to have them just coming back and forth and back and forth. The way that we set this up is it's 7 wide. So in the middle, which is going to be this block right here, we'll have some dirt at the top. Then we have to build up the walls, and we're going to have to use something that we can't use any wood because then otherwise the leaves from these trees wouldn't despawn. I think what we're going to do is we'll just use stone bricks and try and decorate it as nicely as we can. But we are going to build some sort of exterior around this so it's not an eyesore. And then we'll probably do a glass ceiling on the top just so there's a certain height that the trees can grow, because we don't want like any of those monstrosities growing, because that'll mess up the whole farm. So yeah, let me just put the top on this and then I'll come back with another progress update. So this is essentially what I wanted to happen. Now don't worry, this is not the final product of this place. This place looks like crap right now. Don't worry, I agree with you. I could not even like fathom a build that is uglier looking than this. But what it does do is prove the concept that when we put this height blocker up here, we can't grow those things. And also, I realize now that I could have made this too wide on the sides and the trees probably still would have grown. I just wanted to give them that little extra bit, and then obviously the one block in the top, except for that one. That one grew kind of weird, but this is the kind of tree that we want to grow. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go and cut all these, and we're going to see exactly how this works. Let's see if it's actually working well. So the whole idea, again, was to keep it so it would be, 4 high. And it looks like we're going to be able to pick up all the wood. So I don't need the carts for the wood. But what I'm interested to see is in the downstream with the saplings, because I hate running around going to get them. So let's just see what happens here. Let's cut all these down. And chop all these guys. And stuff should start dropping to the ground soon. I don't know. This is going to be a test. Alright, so like there's a sapling that dropped off. They're starting to really drop off now. And let's just see if the minecarts are actually going to do what we want them to do. So, see, they're getting picked up right now. Hopefully these ones will get picked up next. Everything seems to be working right as of now. We've got all the trees. See, that's a stack. That's about 2 stacks of wood every single time, which is pretty good. So, like a genius, I thought that I could go and tackle an ocean monument by using fence gates to get air when I was underwater. And I also did that and forgot to record it. Well, I mean, I didn't have OBS open, so the recording kind of sucked. That's why there's this giant netherrack thing over here. So I know that these guys can hit me, so we're going to just jump down into here. And I'll show you what we got. So we have 4 water-breathing potions. They are 3 minutes long. So I don't know if that's going to be enough. I really, really hope it is. 12 minutes to clear this entire thing. One question I have is, why don't I have mining fatigue? It hasn't popped up yet, and normally we get that when we're in these things, I thought. So we are on hard, and as you can see, there's the guardians out there and stuff. But I don't know, we're just going to kind of go for it here. So, and again, I don't have any idea really how to tackle these things. Never done this before, and I'm not really reading up on the wiki or anything. I know I should have Depth Strider, but I don't, so that's probably also gonna like murder me. But anyways, we're gonna go and just try and do, I guess, kill the like guardian people, I think. And like right away, okay, it's like a dead end, so like, oh no, you can go down more. Okay, so now, is there like a central goal of these things? Like you're supposed to kill like a certain amount of like guardian people? Or do you just like have to get in here? Wait, do we have mining? We don't have mining fatigue. Like I can break this instant mine, which is really weird. We're going to use these to sort of ward off the guardians. And I think that if we go behind here, they can't hit us. Nope, they can definitely still hit us. Okay, we are totally screwed. All right, I'll have to use this. Okay, let me figure out what I'm actually doing here, because I know we're also on limited time, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I paused the game, and I think what happened is we just have a Guardian temple here that spawned without like an Elder Guardian in it. I have no way to explain it. I've been through this entire place, and I have not, whoops, what even just happened there? And I have not seen one. We did get a sponge room, which is pretty cool. I've actually never had sponges playing this game before. These suck up water and stuff like that. But yeah, we never had an Elder Guardian in here. So I don't actually really know what to do now. I know that we have to drain this place. So what we're going to do is we're going to get sand and do the entire perimeter and, you know, get to draining it. That's probably going to take 10 years, but I'll go and start collecting that sand now, and it'll have to be in a different episode. But no, we never hit, had an Elder Guardian in this place. I'm really hoping also that's what they're called. There's a lot of those things, but no, we did not find one. So I guess it just spawned without one. I don't know if it's even possible, but it must be. So we're just gonna break back to the top here, I guess, and figure out what our next move is with drowning this place. So I'm gonna be back maybe within a couple hours or even a day. So I'm sorry that was so anticlimactic. I don't know. There was nobody in there. I literally went right through it, and we don't have mining fatigue. So we are playing in the new version, 1.15.2, but there wasn't one in here. So sorry, I guess, but also probably thank God, because we probably would have lost to it. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, so we're back now a day later, and I've done quite a little bit of work. Yeah, we have got 5 full double chests of sand. There's still 2 other full double chests out at the mining desert. There's a mining desert that we found. I'll go and show you guys really quick. We also moved the nether portals up above bedrock because I actually wasn't able to make the portal towards the mining desert on like the floor of the nether. There's just like a giant lava pool, and there was gas everywhere, and I didn't feel like trying to tunnel out or build some sort of road. It's easier this way. And I know that at some point we're going to reset the nether, obviously when the new nether update comes out, but that's why we are just doing it like this, and we're not going to build ice roads, or we're not going to build anything crazy. So as we jump through here, we also found another village, which will come in handy later when we do all of our villager trading stuff. But yeah, I have decimated this entire desert pretty much. It still goes out that way, so we can use it in the future. But yeah, this is what we're looking at. So anyways, what I'm going to do in today's episode, and I know that this will probably be a process that takes me all day, so this episode might come out a little bit late. As of right now, the first episode came out yesterday. So yeah, as of right now, the first episode came out yesterday, which is a pretty decent turnaround. I'm going to try and get this out within the next couple days. It just depends on how long it takes me to go through and drain the Guardian farm. And then I'd really like to get the Guardian farm actually built and working and producing some drops. I don't believe in doing things, leaving things unfinished. So the theme with this sort of Let's Play is we're going to try and finish things as we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to the Guardian farm over there. I have my render distance turned down. We're going to go out there, and we're going to start making the perimeter around it. So you come to the corner, like if this is the monument, you go 1, 2, 3, and then you make your wall right here. And we're going to do that for the entirety of the Guardian farm. So it's going to be dangerous. It's going to take a very long time, but I think we have all the materials that we need. And then what we're going to do, even I've never done this before, as I keep saying, we're also going to change the walls, I believe, into glass. If we smelt all this, we can turn it right into glass, and then we'll have enough blocks. Depending on what we decide to build. I'd like to also make the drainage around the monument a circle after, so we'll have to do a little bit more draining as well. But that's far in the future. I am getting way too ahead of myself. We need to go and start draining the monument, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So one thing I had to remember to do is, and especially if you guys are doing this, it'd be a good thing to remember, is that you need to go down and you need to break the kelp, because when you're putting sand at, and I'm totally gonna die here. Oh my god. Okay. No, get to the surface. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? I was trying to say that you need to make sure that you break the kelp, because the kelp can break the sand as you place it down. So when we're trying to drain, let's see if I can get down. Come on. Okay. yeah, you need to make sure that the kelp is broken, because if you place the sand down, the kelp will act like torches and kind of just knock it off. And I need more sand. No, don't get hit. Get away. Okay. So we've done 2 corners. This is a lot more painful than I thought it was going to be, but it'll get easier once we can sit up on the top. Okay, we're going to try and like dive bomb this guy, or not. Okay. Place our sand. Okay. And get back to the top here. So yeah, this is just going to be a very long process of doing this. But again, like I said, I got to make sure that there's no kelp in the way. Oh god, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But anyways, this is what I'm doing. So it's been about, I think I'd say probably like 4 hours. I don't know, it actually hasn't been as long as I thought it was. But we have gone in and we have gotten all of the perimeters around this Guardian Temple done. Now, the funny thing about this is this was actually the easy part, because now we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then make these lines all the way again. So if we count, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, and like see, I'd probably say there's like 9 or 10 more lines we have to put through, which is double what we just did, because each one of these lines is the same distance, because this is a square. So I mean, yeah, there are ways to farm Guardians where you can just go in underwater, rip out that temple, and then leave all this in. But for the look of our base, we are going to drain it completely. This is a ton of work, and it's going to all go in one episode, keeping with the theme of our Let's Play. But I am going to just get back to it and just start play. These things are the most annoying mobs in the entire game. I can't wait until I can just watch these things get murdered over and over and over again, because they're so frustrating. And then you hit them and they hit back, and it's just, die. There. Okay. So anyways, yeah, we will do the rest of this, and then I will come back with a progress update. But man, I am getting very tired of placing sand. And we've probably used, we actually have a big chunk of sand left at our base, which is good. We've probably used, I'd say maybe 2 double chests full. So we still need to do the rest of it, but as of right now, we are looking good. Well, guys, I did not expect to spend literally like 28 hours on one thing for one episode. Like, this was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna do another project this size, or like drain one of these things again. This was the most, and I'm not even done. I have to break this entire thing, and I don't have a haste beacon, and I don't even know if I can instant mine this stuff with efficiency 5. Like, I mean, I have it, but I don't know if I can break it super fast. Like, oh my god, this was the most crazy thing. Like, I'm so glad it's done, but I will never do this again. I hate water. I hate this so much. I hate stupid frickin' Guardians. As soon as you get down to like the last chunk, it's got like 100 Guardians in it. And like, I was just sitting with a flame bow, just like trying to pick them off, place a sponge, remove a little bit. Then you have to jump in and get the sponge, put it in the front. Oh my god, it was just insane. So if you're watching this and you've never removed an ocean monument before, I don't recommend doing it. I mean, if you're in single player, there are other ways to farm these blocks without draining everything. I suggest you look into doing that. Or if you're on a server, get like 4 of you to do it, and it will take you still a day, and there's sponges in there. And now this entire thing's probably full of mobs because I didn't place torches all the way. Yeah, so, and the other thing is too, I wanted to make this glass. So we'll probably do that. And then here, there's another thing I wanted to show you guys as well. Essentially, ours, it kind of sucks where our monument is, because one problem is that it's not all flat underneath. Like normally there'd be an ocean floor. We've got like these caves that are still waterlogged, so we can't necessarily build a lot underground. Right now we're at Y37. So again, we can go down about 20 blocks before we start to hit like lava and bedrock and everything. But now what we have to do is make this one level. So I think I'm going to mine out all the sand and try and bring it to somewhere in the middle. I brought a lot of stone, so hopefully we can like, you know, lay down a flat floor. But I mean, first I've got to get rid of all this. So I still have a ton of work to do. Guys, if you're watching this right now, I know that not a lot of people watch this channel. I was relatively inactive and I don't have a ton of subscribers. This is an amazing sign because that means that we're going to have slimes. So that's good. But if you're here watching, leave a like, guys, because this was just absolutely ridiculous in my opinion. And it was just so much work. So yeah, if you're here, leave a like, and I'm going to get to flattening. Actually, I'm going to remove this first. So we've got a lot of work to do, like a lot of work. So I'll give you some progress updates as we go, but otherwise, yeah, let's get right to it. So welcome back, guys, and I want to show you what I've accomplished in the last couple hours. I am at probably now over 20 hours invested into this build, and we don't even have the Guardian farm ready yet. This is probably the biggest project I've ever attempted on Minecraft before, and I know that everybody has probably cleared out one of these at some point, but I took it a little bit further because I just have insane OCD when it comes to this game, and I like things to be a certain way. So I will show you what we have done. Oops, this way. So as you can see, guys, we have completely removed the Guardian Temple, and I completely flattened out the ground underneath. Now, unfortunately, I think we're on the corner of a slime chunk over there, which is going to suck when we actually put a floor in here and this is our base. It means we're going to have to use slabs for at least that component of it, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to sort of incorporate that. But yeah, so I'll essentially show you what we've done here. I have not done the glass on the walls yet. I'm going to be doing that after the farm gets going and is active. I do not have the patience to take on that task right now. Mostly because I just spent probably 4 hours smoothing out the ground. I tried to light up all of the caves and drain all the caves that are underneath the ground, because there's now, with the new aquatic update, there are literal caves underground, like ravines that are full of water, and it's just like, oh, it's just insane. So doing that, I hope that I've spawn-proofed them and also made it to the point where there's just no more water underneath here. I know Guardians can't spawn below that, but again, once I start something, I have to finish it, so I kept up with that. The next thing that I did was I have this stone layer below us. Now, this was all sand and everything, as you guys saw before, but I made it all stone, and it's actually one layer below the seafloor, or what the edges of this big sand thing are. So when we put our floor up one more on top of this, if we put glass right on the very edge, it should be right at the edge or corner of the ocean. So I have that set up so we can do that. Then I have down there all of the sand that we dug from the floor here cooking into glass, because obviously we're going to do the walls and everything. But we also just need a ton, and I mean like literally a ton of glass for this farm that we're about to build. So I've been going on and thinking about what design I'm going to use. And I know I mentioned earlier in the video that I was going to try and come up with something completely like creative and something on my own, and we're still going to do that, but I honestly really at the moment do not know what exactly I'm going to make. Yeah, it must be that corner right there with the slimes. But yeah, I don't exactly know. Now, I know that I want to have, obviously, the central killing chamber, which is why I moved the floor down a little bit and also drained below the monument, so we can have as much room within the Y coordinates to work at, because we want a high efficiency farm. But I also want something that's visually appealing as well. So what I think I'm going to do is make like a line like this, a line like this, a line like this, and a line like this, sort of like an X that's straight, or like a lowercase t, or however you want to, like an arrowhead. I don't know, however you want to describe it. And then tunnels, pathways of water will come and meet in the middle, and then we'll have the killing chamber and a bulk storage system. We're going to do an insane storage system with this. I love redstone sorting systems. That's something I have a knack for in this game, and we're going to put it literally right in the very center of this. And then we're going to build our base around here and our storage room. It's going to be absolutely crazy, because our entire theme of our base is going to be centered around Guardians. That's what we're farming. We're going to have a massive Guardian farm in here with tons of XP and tons of drops, and I'm really excited to get going. So I am going to get going on that, because again, I want to have sort of the framework of it laid out for this episode. This is like a crazy episode. I spent like 40 hours in total. It's going to be on this episode, just doing everything, gathering all the resources that we need. So again, if you're still watching, hit the like button down below. But anyways, I'm going to start to figure out what kind of Guardian farm I want to put in here and how we're going to tackle this thing. I need to do some readings on the wiki so I'm fully prepared, because I want the absolute highest efficiency Guardian farm in here. I have not spent all this time clearing this out to put something in that is half-assed. So I'm going to go and read up on all that and look at some designs, and I will catch you guys back in a moment. Alright guys, so I've thought about it, and I think I know exactly what design I want to go for now. So this is what I think we're going to be doing. We are going to be having a 4x4 pathway in the middle of the farm that is going to bring water, and it's going to bring the Guardians down. It's going to push them to a point to like about here, and this is where we'll have our killing chamber. I don't want it to be right in the middle. I want it to be a little like off to the side here, looking this way. So the killing chamber is going to be here, and then the mass storage is going to be back here somewhere. We're going to make a big room here right in the middle, but the killing chamber is going to be on one side, and then the storage room is going to be on the back side, and we're going to decorate it and make it look all nice and fancy and everything. Our primary storage room, and we're going to actually build our base, is going to be above here, so we're going to probably build a giant circle on top of this and build some sort of base up on the water. But down here, this is for farms, so this is going to have a Guardian farm. We could put all kinds of stuff in on the walls. If we make it glass, we probably won't do that, but there's a whole ton of stuff we can do down here. But we are going to make this mainly the Guardian farm. We're going to have a massive Guardian bulk storage thing. Now, the other thing is we don't have an iron farm yet, which is probably what we're going to tackle in a coming up episode, because I can't make the hoppers and do all the redstone stuff without the iron. One design I was going to do was build a giant circle under here and then just put fence gates with water, and then they'd fall down, land in the hoppers we collect that way. The only flaw with that is that it requires over 200 something hoppers that we just can't afford right now. And also I want the option to be able to kill these guys to get XP. As well. I don't want them to auto die. We're going to actually have both functions. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is have magma blocks for them to fall and just die on and die, and then we'll pick up the items that way. Or we're going to have some pistons that push in, and there's a block above the magma blocks. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do that with hoppers. We're going to have to figure out some sort of compromise there. Or maybe they'll just die with entity cramming. I'm not exactly sure. But what I am going to do is get the guts of the farm laid out. Now, the way we're going to build it and what we're going to use is we're going to do white stained glass, I think. So we're going to do this, and then we're going to use prismarine blocks. So I think that these go really well together. If we just put them right next to each other, that's a really nice texture right there. So this is the majority of what the build is going to be made out of, and then we might incorporate some dark prismarine, but even, I mean, regular prismarine, because we have so much of this from when we took down the monument. Just in case you guys were wondering if I just, I don't know, used like World Editor or something, no, we literally dug this entire thing. There's the proof. I actually broke my fortune pick too, and I wasn't paying attention. But all of these go really nicely together, and then if we incorporate maybe some iron bars or something in there, I think that'll look very nice. So I'm going to get started on this, and I will be back when I have some meaningful progress to show. So a little progress update for you guys, and this may not end up how I do the killing chamber. I may make this a little bit different. I'm not exactly sure yet, but this is essentially what it is. So we have our killing chamber here with a water stream in the middle, and then in here there's going to be water that will push all the guardians into the middle here. And then on top of this, we're going to have some fence gates. It's going to take a lot of fence gates, and then we're going to put water source blocks that pretty much go up for maybe like 10 blocks or so. I think it will be efficient enough just like that, and I don't need to make any major changes to it. Now, again, is this the most efficient way? No, and I know I said I was going to make it as efficient as possible earlier, but at the same time, it's going to be good looking to me, in my opinion, when I get this finished, and it's going to be good enough. I'm going to have more prismarine than I even know what to do with, and since I'm playing survival, I'm not selling it or doing anything on any servers with it, so it's going to be my supply, and I think it should be enough. But I'm going to keep on cracking on with this, and then I will give another progress update once I have these tanks installed. Alright guys, so we've got the very first, I'm going to say layer of our Guardian farm put in. So there's going to be a total of 8 of these little holding tanks. Now, I have a couple questions that maybe some of you guys will be able to answer better than I can, or maybe I'm just not super familiar with Guardian spawning mechanics, but the rates when I'm standing down there aren't exactly very good. So what I think is the problem is when I'm close, see, like we just got 4 spawn right there, and then that'll be multiplied by by 8, so it'll be much better once there's more pods in. But like, see, when I'm up here, the rates are so much better, but if I go and stand down there, the rates aren't very good. I'm not exactly sure with how hostile mobs spawn, if being closer or being further away helps. I know that right now I'm loading all the mobs for like all the caves and everything around here, so maybe they're taking up mob cap and I'm not getting as many guardians, but I'm not actually sure. So if you do know that, or you know what it could possibly be, let me know down in the comments below. I will just quickly hop down here. I'm trying to figure out a way I can hop down without dying. We'll have to just do this and just jump down. Yeah, but anyways, now we can jump. Yeah, this is essentially what we're going to be going with. Now, obviously, this is a very just like laid out structure. See, they spawn now, but they weren't exactly spawning earlier. But okay, anyways, I'll talk about the design. So they're all going to hang out in here. I just have these in temporary. We're going to have to come up with a way to kill these guys. I think they're just going to land on magma so we can AFK. Again, I keep saying, oh, we're going to use them for XP. I don't actually think we're going to use them for XP. Maybe we'll put that function in just where we can kind of hit them. But they do pack quite a punch, as probably a lot of you know. So until we have like a restoration beacon or something else, I don't think we're going to be trying to kill them anytime soon. The other thing I will say is that our finished rooms are going to be like, we're going to build off of this structure, right? So we're going to have like our storage room back there. We're going to have some sort of cascading pillars that go down to kind of look like it's holding this thing up. We're going to design something really cool with Prismarine. So don't worry, that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, the other thing as well, I put at the very top, I'm not sure if you can see through there, but there's dark Prismarine blocking the source blocks from direct sunlight. I read online that if the water source block was in the sunlight, the rates were worse. So let me know maybe if that is actually accurate. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. So we've only got one of the pods in. I'm going to end the episode here because this has been like the most insane amount of work that I've like ever done for like a YouTube video ever. Even my like Skyrim retrospective that was like an hour and a half long, I don't think took me 3 days to do. So yeah, we're gonna leave it at this. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And if you guys have ever built a Guardian farm and you have any advice for me, let me know, because this is a huge project to tackle, and I'm probably just going to spend the rest of the time finishing and filling these in. So when we come back for episode 3, we're going to have hopefully a fully working Guardian farm, and then we'll do the storage system, all the redstone, all the fun stuff. So yeah, without further ado, guys, this has been your boy Donut. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and again, let me know in the comments if you think there's anything I should change or what I should do. But yeah, anyways, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.